Hello, Galaxy! Thank you for dropping in. I am Chris Perillo, and guess what? Anyone care to guess? That's the sound of the pumpkin pie fighter. That's right. I was able to print the pumpkin pie fighter last year. I'm glad that Fix'em Dude has released the model for everybody to download and print. If you do not have the pumpkin pie fighter, this is like 50% scale. So I think Liz is doing it at 100% on MakerDeck. Yeah, that's definitely 100%. Like this is 50%. Like last year, I was all into like I'm gonna print it at half the size because I was trying to conserve filament. But now this year I can make it bigger. But I'm very happy with this size. Very happy with the scale because I was able to print like 2 or 3 of them. The pumpkin pie fighters. There we go. The pumpkin pie fighters. And you're not no Omaha. You are not. And Idle Hams, you are right. Chicken butt. By the way, I uploaded that video that I did, the Pixel 7 Pro versus the iPhone, and it was a long video, half-hour long, but the comments that I got were very grateful. Like, seriously, I was like, wow, people actually kind of like the long-form video. So tonight, I'm thinking about doing the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra versus the Pixel 7 Pro, trying to shoot those out. Side by side. Try to do the side by side. Is this who would buy this? The Star Wars Holiday Milk and Cookie set? Let's find out. Is that the Newemos? Oh no, that's kind of cool. I'd buy it, but not for $30. I'd wait and get it like, half off maybe. I'd buy that. I'd totally buy that. Yeah, no, I mean, that's nice. But we already have like a lot of that stuff. So it's not really, we don't have that necessarily because that's definitely brand new. Shop Disney's releasing new things all the freaking time. They've got a deluxe art kit right now that I'd really like, but I'm just like, I'll wait. Like even their Mega Figurine play is just a remix of the old stuff. And yes, as a matter of fact, Jedi is just touching it right now. Here, can you hand that to me? Thank you. Big Fan was asking if that was the set that we got, and yes, this is. Let me show you. Yeah. As a matter of fact, this did come today. This is the Droid Factory Advent Calendar. I know, it's very cool. Oh, Jedi's looking at the Star Wars encyclopedias. I'm excited for those too. Very excited for those. I'm excited for everything Star Wars, of course. The nice thing about this particular set is that when all is said and done, I will have assembled 6 unique droid figurines. Can anybody translate Aurebesh? Does anybody know what that says in Aurebesh? I gotta bone up on my Aurebesh. You gonna try Aurebesh? Alright, you try it.
No.
Okay, there's my key. There. I got that from Galaxy's Edge. Actually, that was a gift from UFly1 and Eclipse Empire. I hope they're doing well. Haven't heard from them in a bit. I know, it's one other advent calendar, but we got to be careful. We don't want to open any doors before December 1st because you start the advent calendars then. Now, do you mind handing me what's in that bag? Just you can do it one by one. You can give me the bag. Put it down right here. There we go. Thank you, Jedi. These were on store shelves. Yeah, well, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for the advent calendars. The advent season hasn't really started yet. Now, if you were like me growing up, our advent calendars were not really all that interesting. We lit candles, 3 purple candles and 1 pink candle. That was it. That was our advent calendar. That was it. You did it once a week, and that wasn't even a calendar. It was just a wreath. Why? I couldn't tell you why. Honestly, that is well beyond me. But this is not well beyond me. It's in front of me. Funko has released a series of holiday-themed Funko Pop vinyl. Is it just Pop Vinyl or Funko Pop Vinyl? What's the official brand name? There are a series of them available, and one not listed here is an exclusive to the online Funko store. But I'm a huge sucker for these types of toys, collectibles, anything that gets themed. I mean, yeah, I love a good Darth Vader. I love a good C-3PO. But, like, when they winterize or holidayize, they did that. The only other I guess time that they did that was for Valentine's Day. So they've done like 2 series of Valentine's Day pops. And so this is the first winter pop series that we've seen. There's also an R2-D2. I can't believe it. They were all on the shelf today. And I think I may have even pre-ordered them. But just in case, because you never know which condition they're going to come in. These are nice to put out for the holiday season. And you all know that they're going to be releasing the Black Series as well. Like Hasbro is, at least. They're going to be releasing the Black Series figures. It would be the second time they've released the Black Series figures for these like holiday-themed characters. So I know I'm mixing companies and brands and everything, but I couldn't pass these up. These are like snow Star Wars things. Like, who wouldn't want these? I guarantee everyone watching live right now is going, "Oh, where'd you get them?" I think these are just commons. They're available just about anywhere that you would normally pick up Funko Pop vinyl. I may be able to find a link for you, too, if you are so interested. I was very interested, because now I've got an army of snowmen. So if Jedi asks this year, do you want to build a snowman? I'll say, no, because we already have some. The 2 links do not work? Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why. It's weird. Hey, Monsoon Josh. Good to see you. How's it going? How goes it? Snow. Oh, yeah, and I also got that. That's true. So, I did get that. I forgot. This was also there. So, see it? Oh, here. Let me go back. Let me go big and bold. So this is the Droid Factory. This is R6 SNO. This droid is not available in the Advent calendar, but they do generally release a Droid Factory holiday-themed droid every year, and R6 Snow is the new one. I like this one. Although the scarf isn't necessarily new, nor the top hat, but this combination is unique. Last year they released the series of previous releases in a 4-pack and just added a scarf in different decoration. But it's a nice one. Can't have enough snow droids, can ya? I can't. I'm going to open it right now. Except I just clipped my fingernails. Ah. Did that ever happen to you? Hey, TC Jamie. The Florida version includes Snow Palm. Oh, there we go. I don't know if we're going to be able to do Musical Chris, a big fan, because people, they've been pretty quiet lately. That'd be a bit of a challenge to pull off. I'd be singing for an hour.
Monsoon Josh 3D cheered X100 today in Star Wars history in 2014. The series Star Wars Rebels, Spark of Rebellion premiered in Australia on Disney XD.
So nice. This is the droid that you were looking for. I will never not love Star Wars figures. Never. Never. There are figures that I don't like as much, but like specifically this scale. Like I'm a fan. I will, big fan. Rome was not built in a day. Some nights are busier than others. But when I know it's going to be a quiet night, it's very difficult to launch into this stuff. Printed this overnight on MakerDeck. This is an articulated skeleton. Unfortunately, I think the person who made it though is not I don't think the person who uploaded it it's the original artist, because this I printed one last year at 50%. So like to me it was like I was like, wait, this is the same. After it was done, I'm like, this is pretty much the same model. It was exactly the same model. So I don't know what to say about where you can find plenty of articulated skeletons, but I just didn't give the artist the credit for this one. Because I give you the link, but I'm pretty sure this is not the original artist. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. By the way, Fix'em Dude, good to see you. I don't know if you saw it. I showcased your Pumpkin Pie Fighter, the one I printed last year. I'm not sure. Sometimes you grab screenshots. I'll hold it up again if you are so inclined. I have. What do I need? Oh, let's go to printables because that's where I found it. I swear that's where I found it. What did I search? Did I search for skeleton? How did I find this? It was on printables. New uploads? No, that wasn't it. None of these are it. Skeleton by Dave Dudek. I don't think this is the guy. Oh, it's the 404. Yeah, it was copied. Yeah, I was pretty sure that it was the. It was not pirated, I guess, but I was like, I downloaded it. I'm like, this is the same one that I printed last time. So now I guess I have to find the model again. Who made the original one? Nice, you still had it? Oh yeah, hell yeah, Fix'em Dude. We got like Halloween buckets. Yeah, I mean this too good not to hold on to. Heck yeah, Fix'em Dude. Heck yeah. So let's here, just for Fix'em Dude's sake, so you can see I still have the pumpkin. This is at 50%. This Pumpkin Pie Fighter is at 50%. This skeleton, I'm gonna have to find again online. This articulated skeleton, because I'm not sure who originally designed it. Unfortunately, very unfortunate, because this is a fun one to put together because it articulates, right? Everything. I like these types of options. I kind of wish someone would. Okay, I'm putting this out to the universe. I'm not asking any particular designer, but it'd be really cool to have a system, like a Star Wars system, of like these snap into place items and make Star Wars figures like this. This would be wild. Oh, I'd be printing those things left and right because they'd articulate, right? You could spin the head easily, the ball joints, the swivels, the hands, the legs, the knees. Like, you can make it a whole series. If someone were like, I don't know what to do, I'm like, try that, do that. That'd be great. I could commission, of course. Another thing I showcased here, Fix'em Dude. Let me get this back on. If only for my own screen grabs. This is the new Droid Factory advent calendar. So this is the one that you can build up to six droids. This is I'm very excited for this one. Like, extremely excited. And then I also got new Funko pop vinyl, like snow characters. They're not really snowmen. Well, they might be, but you know, stormtroopers can be women too. So, snow women, snow things, snow characters. That's what I came up with. Including, I grabbed, by the way, for whatever it's worth, I did grab 2 Darth Vaders. Because I was like, okay, I need to open one. I want to keep one in the box, but I want to open one as well. Now, these are the regular ones. These are the general release pop vinyl. Which I've slowed down. I mean, I don't get pop vinyl a lot. Not so much anymore. And then there's the Vader one. Let's see here. Which one is in a better box? The boxes that were on the store shelf were not in great condition necessarily, unfortunately. I was a little disappointed, but bashed corners and whatnot. But unfortunately, too, both the Darth Vaders seem to be in really good boxes. Why is it always the ones I want to open that are in good boxes? Why? Okay, that one seems to be... They're both marked. Am I missing anything? I'm going to open one of these, I swear. Okay, I'm going to open this one. Wonder what unique Star Wars exclusives. Oh, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Well, that opened way easier than I was expecting. All right, let's see if we get a good background here. See a holiday background, but is it Star Warsy? See, that's it. It's boring. Boring. See that background? Boring. They could have made that so much better. They could have like Star Warsed it in some way with the snowflake, but Well, I suppose this is the main attraction. Look, I guarantee Diana is gonna love these, because look, it's sparkly, glittery. Right? You see it? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Can you see the glitter on there? Is the glitter showing up on there at all? Because it is like way glittery. Like very glittery. Like here, if I hold it, like, can you see the glitter? He's doing a force choke glitter. I like how they put the nose, like they smushed the nose. Probably the right way of doing it. There you go. Now you can see the glitter. You can definitely see the glitter there. It's so glittery. Put you in the holiday spirit. Gotta be careful though, because the last thing you want is those things to break. We're gonna have quite a few new holiday Star Wars things this year. Very happy to say. Is this the one? Let's see here. Articulated skeleton. Checking that out. Omaha, thank you. That is not the one. That is not the one. That is. Hey, Colin Reed. Not the one. What will become of my dear friends? Where will the Twitches lead us then? Although I'd like to sing along, I guess that I don't have a bong, which is legal in the state of Washington. I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe one of you know where I was going. Does anybody know where I was going with that? Anybody know? Hollywood N3E told me about a Garbage Pail Kids game that they're going to be releasing for the PC and beyond, and it's like a retro style game. Like, that is really cool. Now I have to debate which platform I'm going to get it on. One of the slots in your AMS is down. Ooh, Miller. Yeah, I had an issue where the part of the AMS snapped because the spool pulled so hard it snapped. I had to super glue it back into place. Well, are they covering it, Miller? I hope they do. I hope they would. Let me see if I can find that skeleton for you, though. This is going to be impossible. I say impossible because it's probably on... it's not on Printables, I bet. I bet you anything it's on Thingiverse. The original one's on Thingiverse. Because Printables wasn't around when I first got it. Oh, glow-in-the-dark, posable skeleton with extras. Okay, hang on. This may be a remix. Tinkerplay Modio. The original skeleton figure from Tinkerplay Modio. Let me see here. Tinkerplay skeleton. No, that's not it. None of these are it. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Skeleton figure. I'm not even sure how I found it last year. But that is based on... That looks... The one I just found is... real close to what I printed. If not, that is the model. Give me a second. Let me make sure that this. That's gotta. Here, this is close. This is pretty much it. Miller, or who was that? Who was saying? It was pirated. Just check the Creality. Oh, now I'm pretty sure that's the skeleton I have. Minus the top hat is different, but that looks like exactly what I had printed. Same slot I used the glow in the dark on. The guide hole you put the filament in is worn down and letting the filament slide on. Ooh, that's good to know. So should I be careful with the glow in the dark then in the AMS? Should I bypass the AMS then? I probably should, Miller, because I'm planning on getting some glow in the dark filament. Hey Mark, good to see you. You wouldn't use glow in the AMS? I think I'd bypass it then, which should be fine. It's just basically piping it in. I am 8-bit. Yeah, that's the product right there. The I am 8-bit Garbage Pail Kids. And it comes with the I am 8-bit exclusive cartridge. And it's an 8-bit game, so I would definitely be playing it on Twitch. And I have been threatening to play Cuphead, so I may be doing that on these quiet nights. Includes exclusive pixel art GPK cards. I'm in. Like, you know, it's just like, sign me up. Includes the long lost all new GPK NES game on a real functioning NES cartridge. But see, pre-order the cartridge and get a Steam code for the Windows version. Like, I'm in. This is what I want. Like, this is outstanding. This is so cool. I'm so excited. Thank you for that link, by the way. Someone had posted it. Hollywood posted something earlier of a review, but I didn't look that close. Yeah. Oh, I've got the link. I will be pre-ordering for sure. There's zero doubt I will be pre-ordering. Oh yes, I will be pre-ordering. Yeah, this is a really, the skeleton figure, like I said, it's a good style that I feel could be used for other characters, right? I mean, it's too perfect. It's just all the limbs are tight, you know, are well articulated, posable. This is my kind of model, honestly. I should probably be looking for more models like this. I think those exclusives are only... Yeah. That was the worst Wayne's World reference I ever heard. Any other GPK video? You know, the GPK video game is more like NFT, like, driven, and, like, digital card swapping. That's not as interesting to me. I've seen it, but I'm like, I don't know. Is this the remix? That's it. That's Complete Skeleton from Tinkercad. Is it a Tinkercad skeleton? Maybe this is a Tinkercad skeleton then. Is this a Tinkercad skeleton? That's possibly what it is. Because it's nice. Is it? Because it says Tinkercad skeleton. Is this? I haven't looked that deeply into it, but it may very well be in Tinkercad. Well, the original modeler did an amazing job. Whoever designed it, it's the best skeleton figure that I've found, for sure. Not that I've printed a lot. Just check the remixes on the Tap Hat one. Yeah. Well, it says Tinkercad, so not being as familiar with Tinkercad, couldn't tell you whether or not that's the case. Now, speaking of printing and stuff, I have some Polylite PLA Pro Silver. Polylite PLA Pro Silver that just arrived. Not silk, but Polylite PLA Pro. So excellent rigidity, high impact strength, This is all the hallmarks of PLA Pro. Nick knew. He knew I would want this. So now my question is, what am I going to be printing in silver? Because I came up with a couple. I was like, oh, I should print this and that. I got to wait for this to come out, and then I can print it. So nice. So that's here. That has arrived. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Tinkercad skeleton. Yeah. Designed by Zachary Robinson. That may be it. Yeah, he may be the person that did it. In Tinkercad. Yep. There you go. That makes sense. No problem there. Next week starts. Oh, is next week's Tales of the Jedi? I think someone mentioned that yesterday. All 6 episodes. Well, that's going to be a fun binge. That's going to be a very fun binge. I'm looking forward to that very much. Very nice. So here, I've got this much left. I feel I can eke out like one more Vader, and then that's about it. This is the printed solid red that I'm currently running through. Like when I get to a certain level of filament, like I'm like, all right, what can I do to run it out? Like I've been running through, during the day at least, on the bamboo, with the bamboo. Hey Chillsbury, good to see you. Welcome in. Tell me what brings you here. Happy to provide a little more context to what I'm doing at any given moment. This astromech though is a great figure to print, and I'll do 4 of them at a time. And so I'm building up, or I'm trying to build up the Halloween trinket bucket. And these astromechs I feel are going to be a hit. Like where kids can, basically reach in and like grab a droid. And, little kids I'm not sure are going to be as interested. I mean, this shouldn't, like, I would supervise with, baby kids, just make sure it doesn't go in the kid's mouth, these little toys. I mean, they're big. These are huge, right? But you never know. A piece could break off or what have you. But anyway, so these are going to be, like, the leading toy giveaway trinket things that we're doing. Star Wars on Ice? What's this? Still behind your Marvel shows? Haven't watched anything since the premiere episode of Ms. Marvel. Oh, no, I'm all up to date. I'm all the way through She-Hulk. I have to, like, it's just like, it's a given. Like, is it Marvel? Yes. Even the Halloween Marvel the werewolf one was really good. I enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Pleasantly surprised. The best thing to be when it comes to those shows. The most amazing thing to be is pleasantly surprised. Oh, by the way, not that you care, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I did a I did a duty. No, I upgraded my
Dark Toy Lord just resubscribed for 15 months.
Dark Toy Lord, you just missed the toys. Unless you didn't just miss the toys, and you were here for the toys. Were you here for the toys, Dark Toy Lord? Thank you for using that Prime sub on little me. I upgraded my Windows. Windows 11. The update finally got released for my system. I can't say that any of the updates have been like absolute, like, oh yeah, this makes everything so much better. It's updated. Things are a little cleaner in spots. Still not where I'd like it to be though, personally. Oh, no worries, Dark Toy Lord. Here's the thing. articulated skeleton. It's a Tinkercad skeleton. You can print your own. Really cool. Got my Disney Parks droid. Don't know if you've ordered yours, but it was on the Shop Disney website. Funko now has I found these at Target today. The snowmen, snow character Funko Pop vinyl, and there's a whole series of them, including an exclusive that I don't have yet. And then the advent calendar from Shop Disney, the Build-A-Droid advent calendar. So I'm not opening this. This one is going to get opened like one day at a time, come December 1st. I am an advent calendar fiend. I also printed the Pumpkin Pie Fighter last year. Fixin' Dude finally released it this year. I'm glad he waited. This is a good model to release. Timing is everything. It is you gotta release Christmas stuff before Christmas. You gotta release Halloween stuff before Halloween. You can't release it after. It just won't. No one is like, yeah, I'll get it next year. Timing is everything. Absolutely everything. Timing is a must. Star Wars and Ice, just lightsaber in the dark thing. Oh, Jedi and I had a battle on. If you watch the vlog, we had a lightsaber battle in the vlog that was uploaded on Sunday. We battled with the new Rey lightsaber, which was amazing. Hey Ian, good to see you. You've come along on a quiet Monday. Very, very, very low-key Monday. Very chill. Everyone's really chill here tonight, which is good. It gives me an easier opportunity to roll into what I wanted to roll into. Running a little low on that red. Oh, Ian, I pushed to the limit. Create a Bear, good to see you. I definitely push it. You'd like to be chill? Well, Liz, sit back and relax because I got to do something for Charo. I promised I would do something for Charo. My buddy now. I like helping Charo. Charo's done so much. Taking amazing photos of Photosmint's models. So when he was asking for advice, I was happy to give it. I like giving advice. I don't like taking it. No, I do take advice. I do. When it's got to be couched in a certain way. I mean, I think we could all say that, but like, I have a certain way of thinking about things for sure. But that's the method to my madness, and it's definitely madness. But that's the thing is it's creativity that yields ideas. I just think that way. I'm an advocate. I've learned that. My biggest takeaway in working at Intel, and Ian, maybe you could appreciate this. My biggest takeaway in working at Intel is that I'm definitely more comfortable as an advocate than an operator. I'm comfortable in helping shape what a product might be, especially if I have a keen interest in that product. I feel I have product manager inclinations, if not being a good non-technical product manager for sure. Anyone got advice at places to eat in Nashville heading tomorrow? Tag Dave Delaney. Give me a second. Hang on. Dave Delaney Twitter. Tag him on Twitter and tell him I sent you. Give me a second. Wait a minute. How? Tag him on Twitter and tell him I sent you and ask. Ian, you need to meet Dave. I've known Dave since he worked at, what was the company name? Eons ago. Really good guy, really good head on his shoulders, always willing to help. Ian, I'm glad to, I would be very happy to make the connection. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Dave's not here, man. Sister Mary Elephant. Class? Class? Shut up! Thank you. Oh, does anybody else remember Sister Mary Elephant? And Dave? Dave's not here, man. You remember. Boy, I'm taking y'all back, aren't I? Hey, blame Mark. Mark started it. Sir, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not to be confused with boys and berries. I've had boysenberry syrup before. Why not? Why not? I'll blame Mark. Or Canada. I'll blame Canada, too. I'll do that. Class? Class? Shut up! I can't scream it. I would just... Ugh. Thank you. Oh, man. Things I did not understand as a kid. Ugh. There you go, Ian. Thank you for tweeting. Thank you for tweeting that. Dave will appreciate it. I hope he's in town. I mean, if only he can tell you, like, where to go. Like, go here, go there, go wherever. I'm really bad for recommendations anymore because I'm like, well, I mean, there are good places to go to, fun places to go to in the area. Finding good vegan places, though, is a challenge for me. Did we get our Maker Deck shirts? You got your Maker Deck shirts today? Nice. Thank you for representing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope you got them at a discount. Our cut is still the same, but you could save money. Things go on sale every so often. Just printed another. Wow, this one turned out really nice. This is about the best one that I've done with the filament. Oh, Chimeri! Hey! Okay, I gotta show you Chimeri. Hey. Everyone, Chimeri's a partner now.
Chimeri rated my stream with 30 viewers.
Shame on. Hang on, just one more. I'm gonna grab mine. I'm gonna go grab it. Do you mind? Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab my Chimeri. Now, I'm probably going to lose all my cred. Please, am I going to like isn't that no, that's an Isalamiri, not a Chimeri. Sorry, I know this is Isalamiri, not a Chimeri, or not Chimeri. It's Isalamiri, isn't it, from Thrawn? I've just lost all cred. I was close, not really. I just did pull out a Thrawn figure. Wasn't it Isalamiri? Isalamiri was the creatures that Thrawn drew his powers from. Correct? Am I wrong? Oh, well, I nerded out the wrong way. I screwed everything up. Well, can I redeem myself? I've got Chimeri. I've got a pumpkin pie fighter. Everyone, hi, I'm Chris. I like 3D printing, and I just finished 3D printing a little Wexter Mini Darth Vader figurine. Here, let's see if I can get it in focus. There we go. Because I'm almost out of this filament, so I'm kind of running through. The pumpkin pie fighter, and yeah, the lid does come off. This was printed at 50%. Earlier tonight, I showed off the new Droid Factory exclusive holiday figure this year. It's an official Star Wars droid there. Then I also showcased Funko, even though I don't really collect Funko Pop vinyl, traditionally at least, I do chase certain ones down, and they just released a new winter collection, holiday collection. These are the commons, so you can get them anywhere you normally get Funko Pop vinyl, but there is an exclusive one. I think a Yoda exclusive is going to be released at some point. Yeah, that's and then I also got so Chimera. He knows every time he jumps in, even if I confuse. I don't know why I was thinking Chimera. Oh, I don't. That's an East Salamiri. Salamiri. I don't know how you say that out loud. I only read it back in the day before Reddit existed. I read books. The Star Wars Droid Factory Advent Calendar. This is a Shop Disney exclusive. With this, you can build 6 droids, 6 unique Build-A-Droid figures. So this finally arrived. I was very happy to get that. I don't have I don't think I have let me check. I don't think I have the. Shop Disney. That one's on Shop Disney. That one I guarantee is on Shop Disney. Now, if you're interested in the Funko Pop vinyl stuff, let me get you a link here. Here's a link to all this. Now, granted, this is my referral link. This is my referral. If you go there, you can get the 5-pack. The 5-pack. I didn't get the 5-pack. I probably could have gotten the 5-pack, but you can get a 5-pack. Not a 2-pack, a 5-pack. Actually, if I think about it, if I return them, I think the 5-pack is cheaper now. Because I got each of these was a little more than that. Oh, that's a pre-order, though. Released on November. So I got them early. It's fine. I got them early. That's fine. Ones that I was planning on opening anyway. Oh, thank you, Bipolar Bear, for the tip. Very appreciated. Supremely appreciated. Spool is right. Really? You don't say? Really? No, I got plenty. I'm glad Halloween is here because these things, I'm able to whip them out. Some kid's gonna, they get home and like, oh my god, I got a cute little Darth Vader figurine. This is so cool. This is this was printed at 50%. Oh, the shirt? Yeah, I can't remember where I got the shirt years ago. I think it may have even been Target as well. That's enough for a Swatch truck. Here's the thing. I've swatched. My swatch is a Darth Vader swatch, like the figurine or the Lego. I use the Lego studs as a swatch. Swatch truck is very, very nice though. You need a good swatch. Disc 1 of 5, good to see you. I'm gonna speed this up to 100%. My new I've got a piece coming in from Prusa that fixes my dial issue. It should be getting here Thursday. Hopefully it'll be just an easy swap out. This dial is broken. It doesn't spin accurately anymore. It like spins backwards, or it doesn't spin at all. So I have to end up spinning it over and over and over again to get to the number I want. Oops. Have I seen the Wampa build-up? No. There's a Wampa build. I need the link, Rooney. Thank you, Darklight. Appreciate it. I'm good for a Star Wars shirt. Okay, wait, whoa. Wampa. Build-A-Bear. We have so many friggin' Build-A-Bears. Oh, yeah, Star Wars Wampa. I like that the arm comes off. I don't know if I'd say that's... it's cute-ish. Very Build-A-Bear-ish. We have so many friggin' stuffies, though. So many friggin' stuffies. Like, our ears. Like, they're coming out of our ears. Like, Build-A-Bear, like, went, like, boom, like, overboard in recent years. There are Gremlins. There's E.T., Nightmare Before Christmas, Pokemon, Friends. Oh, my God. All the Build-A-Bears. Oh, wow. Yeah. The Nightmare Before Christmas ones are fun. I love that they embraced that, though. I love that they embraced the fandoms, for sure. If I could pick one candy bar I wish was vegan, what would it be? Snickers. Could be worse. Could be other orifices other than ears. True, Mark, true. You love window shopping? I do that all the time. All the time. Jedi has a little, our daughter has a little baby Wampa. I think it was a Funko at one point, like the Funko box exclusive. And that's her baby. And it's got a big head and a small body. I haven't seen it in a bit. I'm pretty sure it's in her bed, or at least it should be. I haven't seen it. Where's her baby? Hopefully it hasn't disappeared. Hopefully it hasn't been lost. If I don't keep track of things, sometimes that's what happens. Oops. Boy, it is definitely getting darker out earlier and earlier and earlier. Darth Vader one. I don't know if I have that Darth Vader bear. I have the old one, a new, and at least one newer one, but I don't know if I have that variant of the Darth Vader bear. See, I'd have to wait until like there was a big sale. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll grab it then and build them then. But then it's a question of like, is anybody gonna care? Nerdy Curious, I hope you are doing well. We just got a raid from Chimeri. And were you playing, was Chimeri, he may be gone, because I know what it's like after a stream. Was he playing Star Wars The Old Republic? Was it a video game of some kind? I don't. I'm the opposite. I don't game. I personally do not game a lot. Personally. Not a lot. And I say that because at some point in the future, you may tune in like, Chris is gaming. What the hell is going on? Oh, Pokemon Unite. Okay. Okie dokie. Pokemon's not something I understand yet. I mean, I know enough, but like kids would have to teach me. And trying to learn from a kid, you try learning from a kid. You try learning from a kid. Okay, what is this? What's that number? How do I know this is legit? Like, is this? How do I know you're not ripping me off? I don't mind doing gaming as long as I've got the game to play. Like Cuphead, I've been wanting to play the expansion set for a bit, and then the Garbage Pail Kids game, the pre-order for like an 8-bit classic, was just announced that I'm interested in, if only for the collectability of it. And then the next Jedi Fallen Order game, I'll be playing as well. That'll be a given. Like I will. There's no doubt. Like I will be playing that game. Like it will happen. Oh yes, it will happen. Like zero doubt. What I was planning on doing tonight was, I know this is sounds weird. But I was gonna do, not weird, but a couple nights ago I did a photo comparison between the Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone, and tonight I thought I'd go through and do a comparison of the Pixel 7 Pro photos against the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra or S22 Ultra. And then I gotta get my info. Is that alt enter? Yeah. Samsung. Oops. So that's what I was going to do. Give us a review of an old BlackBerry? No, that's not going to happen. Hey, Otter's Danger Den. Good to see you. Every day for the past few days, people couldn't talk about G4, how it was a missed opportunity. Yeah, I believe it was a missed opportunity as well. I do. It was a hugely missed opportunity. It's sad that G4 is not going to happen again. I would have wished the best. I did wish them the best. But it is what it is. I don't know. I would have done it differently. I would have suggested they do it differently. You can't reboot a network. What about G5? You can't reboot something that existed, a couple decades ago as though 2 decades didn't happen, right? You have to develop it and be, you have to keep things contemporaneous. Gonna hope Adam Sessler continues reviewing games. I give it a 5 out of 5. I'm Adam Sessler, And this is my impression of myself. I remember doing an interview with him eons ago, and I'm like, well, thank you. Adam, that sounded great. I don't know if I upset him, but I was joking. I'm like, I give that review a 5 out of 5. Yeah. We go back. So it happened, you know. I'm sorry that it happened, but it did happen. I was not into video games, so it wasn't like G4 meant anything to me, because quite honestly, I'll be honest, it did not. I never watched anything on G4. It was not my thing. Shrug emoji. What do you want me to say? Wasn't my thing. Didn't even when I could, I wasn't gaming like that. So now when I talk about gaming on Twitch, it's funny because I just don't do it. No, Disc 105, I absolutely do not. Let's see here. Is this gonna... I think... Okay, 5... Let's see here. 5 wraparounds here. I feel I'll have enough. This is Filament Watch. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for another one after this, though. You bailed when Tech TV turned into G4. Oh, yep. A lot of people did that. How am I liking Star Wars Lego? I love it. That didn't stop. Love it. Yeah, Otter's Danger's End. I mean, that's the thing. You know, it was a product of its time, and I would have hoped for better. You know, if only for the people that, you know, lost their jobs. That's because that sucks. In fact, I was reading there was an update from another colleague that he lost his job at a startup too. I'm like, oh boy, I'm starting to hear more people getting laid off. It's just like it's nerve-wracking, quite honestly, to hear that from like 13 different people. It is nerve-wracking because that's where we're steering into. That is where the economy is headed. Not always fun, happy times. Not always. Me, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going to do. And you got a promotion? Well, congratulations, Disc 105. Glad you're here to celebrate. Am I going to lay off any 3D printers for Maker? That doesn't even make any sense, big fan. What? A promotion? Oh, wow, nice. I never really chased that kind of thing. Senior application architect. Well, hey, if you got a senior, if you get a senior by your title, you're doing well. You're doing like very, 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 very well. Can't say that I've ever had a senior on my title. I'll be a senior, I think, before I ever got a senior on my title. It's a true story. So many seniors. Not enough time. Well, congratulations once again. You're a senior? I'll be a senior as soon as I get my AARP card. Not that it means much. Yeah, but you know, like, oh, well, they've been around. They've been there. Does that mean you get the... I hope you get the discounts, that's for sure. I will be a senior soon. Not by title, but by hair. It's coming. It's just going to start flowering out. Just the hair is just going to go. Oh, nice, Omaha. My dad does as well. My dad gets the military discounts. You're only 43 next month? Oh, wow. Hey, Subsector. Good to see you. We're about to jump into another comparison video because people are asking, people were wondering. I'm happy to answer these questions. Did I know Bob Cringely? No, I remember Bob. Wasn't it Robert X. Cringely? Robert X. Cringely. I remember, wasn't he PBS? Bob? I can't barely remember. That's not his real name. Well, I wouldn't know, Osirac. I wouldn't know. I remember. Yeah, barely. So long ago. Is that it? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Which one am I looking for? This one? Ah, I found it. All right. Yay, I found it. I heard. Did you hear that? Or did I heard it? Did you hear that? Did you hear the wah wah whistle? No, not that one. This one. There we go. Nope. I did briefly, Disc 105. Yeah. I remember watching Triumph of the Nerds eons ago, for sure. Alright, we're going to do some photo comparisons. Talking to you want to talk nerdy stuff? Let's get nerdy. Alright, everybody? You ready to get nerdy? Let's get nerdy. Let's do it. Because we're going to do it. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it live. Hello, Galaxy. Chris Pirillo here. Back at you with more photo comparisons. I was shocked to see the positive comments roll in after the lengthy video comparing the Pixel 7 Pro photo output to the iPhone 14 Pro Max photo output the other day, and knew I was going to be following up with other comparisons, including this one, pitting the Pixel 7 Pro camera, or specifically the output, the photos, against the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is my daily driver. We're starting here with the Pixel 7 Pro, and there's the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I would say that the reds are definitely more accurate on the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Samsung camera output. The contrast also a lot better on the Pixel 7 Pro compared to the Samsung camera. It is a balance. So red's better and exposure better. If I zoom in, we do a little bit pixel peeping here. I wouldn't say anything was terribly overprocessed. The thing about the Pixel 7 Pro camera is I find that the sharpness is on point, so to speak. I've always been very happy with the Pixel's image quality in general, but the Pixel 7 is no slouch. Behind the camera there, of course, you see, behind the Stormtrooper figures, you see Megadeck streaming. It's on my TV 24/7, and it should be on yours as well. Now, you see, by comparison, the Pixel 7 Pro camera is better than the output, I should say, is better than the output from the Samsung camera. Now, granted, I could boost the exposure. I could have taken the shot differently. I could have, changed the exposure pre-shooting. But this was just a point and shoot, very quick, simple, easy, straightforward. Just done. You click it and go. But I'm used to Samsung doing this, so when I'm doing it, I've grown accustomed kind of dimming it a tiny bit, if only to give more exposure. They're providing a bit of that, in the final image. But point and shoot wise, I would say the Pixel 7 Pro stomped in just about every way over the Samsung camera shot from this particular viewpoint. This is the Pixel shot of the figures on the desk. Bold. The color representation okay, but I feel that the color representation was a little better, at least with the white in the Samsung shot. Red and the reds were a bit better on the Pixel, but I feel like the whites were better retained here in the Samsung shot, as well as the details. I feel this was truer to life, minus the issue with the red. This is a zoomed in at 100% on the Samsung And then let me flip back to the Pixel. A bit more contrasty, and in a way that the previous image was well served by a bigger contrast, but this image, this closer image, I feel was not as well served. Now, Vader was equally as sharp in both of the shots. This is where the focal point was for either one of them. That was, the big difference, right, between the two. Was how those whites were represented, and I feel the Samsung did a far better job with less contrast in this shot compared to the Pixel being a little too contrasty. So again, it works in some shots and not in other shots. And in those situations, again, you could easily, quote unquote, easily in post increase that contrast, change all of those, those issues, right? Mitigate those issues, or potentially even do it before taking the shot between the Pixel and the Samsung output, right? But again, the red's better on the Pixel than the Samsung. Samsung, it was a little not accurate. That's one thing Samsung could definitely stand to improve. But the whites were better, or I feel that the figures were better represented there. Between these two shots, I mean, I don't know why I took, these shots, across these tests, but honestly, every camera I tested in these scenarios was fantastic. The Samsung was a bit warmer here. This is the Samsung shot versus the Pixel shot, which was cooler. So if I had to, my eye, I feel, would go towards the warmer colors, if only because it's Jabba the Hutt, this green, tan color. You got Ula, etc. Definitely more contrasty. You can look at the brown as well. The matte, where his Stinky. What was his Hutt? What was the Hutt's son's name? I can't remember. Stinky? Smelly? What did Ahsoka call him? And you see, oops, sorry, that was the next shot. The Chris Pirillo and Carbonite behind Jabba. So more contrasty on the Pixel versus I feel a better image on the Samsung shot. But it comes down to a matter of taste. In fact, when it comes to any of these shots, it all comes down to a matter of taste. All of it. Now, I would say there's a pretty big difference between the Pixel 7, the Pixel 7 Pro camera here and the Samsung shot here. You've got a warmer Pixel shot, which is probably truer to life to the color, because it was daylight, it was bright. But I feel like a cooler shot is more to my liking, because that white is a little more neutral. But it's a matter of preference. If we go in and Pixel Peep, you notice a pretty decent amount of sharpness here on the Pixel 7 Pro shot with the Wexter, largely Wexter and Photosmint Star Wars models. All these busts. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. Those are the Pixel. Oh, sorry, that was a side-by-side. Not as easy to accommodate in these streams. And then I feel that I appreciate the sharpness and the color and the contrast a bit more here on the Samsung. This is the give me a second. I'm screwing everything up, aren't I? This is the Pixel shot. This is the Samsung shot. No, that's the Pixel shot. Oh my God. I'm looking at the metadata, and it's not accurate. This is the Pixel shot. Warmer compared to the Samsung shot. Decent amount of sharpness. Good contrast. And honestly, between the two images, in comparing them, I don't think you could go wrong. The Samsung shot is definitely cooler, and I feel more to my liking because it's less warm. Sometimes I want warm shots, and sometimes I don't. And cameras do their best to decide. But if there was a more accurate color representation, I would say that the Pixel definitely had better color representation compared to the Samsung. And honestly, I could pick both of them for not just sharpness and contrast, but exposure. If anything, though, I would say that the Samsung, I feel, had less sharpening, slightly less sharpening, which, again, if you Pixel Peep, means a lot. To me, at least. So I appreciated less sharpening. This would be a tough call. They're both good images. But that's good, anytime that you've got something like that where it's difficult to tell the difference. Difficult to pick a favorite. Hang on, there we go. I went max zoom, this is the maximum. This is a 4x zoom. Here's a zoom in. That's a zoom in on the Pixel 7 Pro, as high as it can go without pushing digital. And that's as high as the Samsung camera can go without pushing digital. So you get a bit more detail. You get that much closer to the action on the Samsung camera versus the Pixel. That goes without saying. And yeah, you can do the super res zoom on the Pixel, but nothing really comes close to matching optical. Here's the Pixel 7 Pro shot of a tree. The only tree that I could find that had these vibrant leaves. There's the Samsung and the Pixel. Both of them very, very good shots. I feel that the Samsung image was bringing more colors to light, so to speak, versus the Pixel. You can see some of the leaves pretty dark there. I don't know if you'd say in the background necessarily, but behind the other, the red leaves, the greens were a bit darker. Versus, let's zoom in here, some brighter areas what would normally be dark. I feel that between the two, Samsung was a little sharper between the two. And so because of that, I'm not sure I would want that image over the Pixel's image. Pixel is no slouch. I mean, when people say it's there, you use it for the camera, there's a reason you do. Either one of them a good shot, I believe, for different reasons. But my eyes would prefer the Pixel shot here. Moving on to Skeletor. Ah! This was shot on the Samsung shot, which has been great for toy photography. Versus the macro shot on the Pixel, which, they're saying, oh, we got macro now. I'm like, yeah, but we lost depth of field. Like, what's up with that? Now, I've taken other shots with the Pixel, specifically in doing video tests, and there's amazing depth of field at 1x, sitting right on top of the object, the subject matter, right? So I don't know what I might have done for the Pixel shot, but I could not get the same depth of field as I could on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So I feel between the two, I definitely prefer the Samsung image. Greater depth of field for toy photography just enhances that experience. So a bit more flat, that close to the subject matter. Going to nature, which everyone loves to do except for me. Pixel 7 Pro versus the Samsung shot. And again, this is where I feel the Pixel camera did a better job with just about everything. I feel like the trail kind of gets blown out on I'm not saying kind of, does get blown out on the Samsung versus the Pixel, which retains a lot more detail. Even though you may not have as much, you've got more shadowy shadows on the Pixel, more contrast, more, differences between light and dark. It's still a better shot. The Samsung shot looks improperly balanced comparatively. And we can pixel peep, but I think you can see the difference between the two pretty quickly, pretty easily. Indoors, wide angle between a Pixel 7 Pro and a Samsung camera. The Pixel 7 Pro tends to go a little more yellow or green on the browns versus the Pixel, which tends to go a bit more red with the browns. But between the two, you'd be hard-pressed to really notice too much of a difference in these text label Atari cartridges. I feel that, if anything, the Samsung image was a little over-sharpened. So between the two, I probably would have preferred to keep the Pixel shot. Selfie cam on the Samsung versus the Pixel. I feel both did a fair job with triggering HDR behind me. Although I feel that Pixel definitely did a slightly edged out like that background, but it also made my face more contrasty compared to the Samsung image. And the Samsung image is definitely sharper as well. It's a sharper image, if you will. Versus the Pixel shot, which is not blurry, but not as sharp. It was also a bit warmer versus, this image to me just seems green, like versus red. Red on the Pixel, green on the Samsung. These would be the selfie camera. So if anything, because of the contrasty nature of how my portrait was taken, this is not portrait mode, but like my picture was taken, and because of the details, I'd probably choose the Samsung shot because I could fix anything in post. Both of them, with enough light, the Pixel camera does well enough with selfies. But without enough light, I feel that's where the Pixel camera falls down. Whoa. I don't know why it scrolled back. With enough light, the Pixel camera does well with the selfie camera specifically. The photo output is good, but if you don't have enough light, there's a bit of a challenge with the Pixel camera over and over again, not just with still photos, but with video. That is a big caveat. Low light Pixel images have not been that impressive to me, at least the selfie cameras, or a selfie camera output, I should say. This is the Pixel 7 Pro versus the Samsung S22 Ultra. Similar, scenario. I'm a bit more green versus being a bit more red. If I zoom in, you can see, I wouldn't say a loss of detail, but not as much detail on my face. This is low light, indoor. That was the Pixel 7 Pro. This is the Samsung. Sharper, certainly. Indoors, not low light. Lights were off. I only had light basically from the front and from the side. So that's where you're seeing the light cast on there. So between the two, I would probably choose the Samsung camera, if only because it retained more details. And I feel the Samsung camera does a better job with selfies in lower light situations. And that's important because if you take selfies and you're not in prime lighting conditions, you want a better shot. Do you not? That's a big deal, especially if you take a lot of selfies. There's a Samsung shot of the array of Hot Toys Stormtroopers versus the Pixel. Both of them very, very nice. Very clean. Bit more contrast on the Pixel shot without pretty much any loss of detail on the Pixel. This is low light, basically at night, though I don't believe this was a night mode that was fired. Both of them are very serviceable shots, but I personally, I think between the two, probably would prefer a higher contrast, with maybe just a few exceptions. And also taking a look at the reds and all the dust. Look at all that dust. Some of these things are issues you can fix in post, certainly. But just, pointing and clicking and shooting, I feel the Pixel did a good job here. Very low light, extremely low light, HDR from the firing, when you've got this TV there in the background. Pixel 7 Pro versus the Samsung. Pixel 7, Samsung. I feel that the Pixel did a better job pulling out some of the details in the TV. Not that this would be a common shot necessarily, but if I zoom in and show you some troopers, it retained a lot of good detail here. Low light. This would be a 1x lens. Samsung is no slouch. Samsung could definitely stand improvement, though. Between the two, the Pixel, I feel, took a better shot. So you can, if you're keeping score, great. I'm not. It is what it is. I feel Samsung here, again, could stand to improve its low light photography, night photography. Pixel, Samsung. Pixel, Samsung. Pixel's always done well with night sight, and Samsung has a lot of catching up to do still. I would like to see that in future editions for sure. Here's a shot that also surprised me, some more toy photography. In portrait mode, I decided to shoot portrait for both of these shots. On the Samsung, gave me depth of field, but the Pixel did not at all. And the Pixel punched in on its own. Versus the Samsung, which gives you a bit more flexibility in terms of distance with the if you're into portrait stuff, which I'm not. But this shot made me happy enough with portrait mode that I kept it. The Pixel image in portrait mode here, relatively flat. But again, huge caveat, I think portrait mode is a gimmick. I don't know why people love it. I usually don't shoot in it. If anything, I would do something in post. In Google Photos, which allows you to apply that filter if it detects the photo might be a portrait, and it does a better job in post. But between the two, yeah, the Samsung I feel took a far better image, or output a far better image. Portrait mode, Jedi, the Pixel punches in automatically in portrait mode. On the Samsung, I feel did a better job with her hair. They both had the same kind of depth of field. The Pixel kind of fudged her hair. If I can zoom in, you see these why do people like portrait? Plus, all the portrait shots that I took with the Pixel, the previous image as well, were very contrasty, like sharp, over-sharpened, over-contrasty. Big time. Samsung, I felt, was a more natural. It was like a photo with the portrait filter applied. It didn't exactly make the hair perfect, but I feel did a better job with the hair than did the Pixel. Both decent shots, but if I had a preference, I would definitely say the Samsung shot, because her face is definitely overprocessed. It's over sharpened. Like it doesn't look good. Comparatively, it doesn't look good. So I guess, I mean, her face is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like the actual image. So let me show you the difference, right? It just feels like this is just perfectly sharpened. Her face. Perhaps a little softer than I would like it to be, but between the two, again, that's what I would choose for a portrait. This was a 10X, and this was an experiment that I didn't really call out in the previous video, but 10X Pixel 7 Pro and the 10X Samsung. From across, this is the 10X. Remember, this is a digital 10X on the Pixel versus the optical 10X, and so I feel this is a very indoors, low light. I feel this is a very respectable 10X zoom, very impressive, so impressive. Like the details called out in George Lucas's face in either instance. Like, I mean, dude, like they nailed it. That's the Pixel shot there. And the Samsung shot, of course, is going to be good as well. Just different, obviously. Color, saturation, sharpness, etc. But like both of them, outstanding. I mean, I give it to Samsung, certainly. But honestly, for a digital zoom, that is impressive. One of the best digital zooms I've ever seen on any device, right? That's the Pixel. I feel that though that at this zoom range, the Pixel was a bit more contrasty than I would like versus the Samsung image here. Outdoors, night, Samsung, Pixel. The Pixel had this band, this weird like dividing line there. I mean, they both took equally as sharp shots, but for some reason, I don't know what that it must have been flare. But I basically stood in the same spot. The flare was not as visible on the Samsung image. Stars got a little bit of blur, because remember, this is handheld. That was the Samsung. On the Pixel, it feels that the stars were more on point. So despite the band, I feel the Pixel did a better job. This wasn't astrophotography, but with this night shot, a bluer sky versus a greener sky, a redder sky. All comes down to a matter of preference. But I feel that the Pixel took a more serviceable shot, if only because those points of light were not blurred. This is the Pixel 7 Pro and the Samsung, showing the Akbar scale up close. I feel they both did a decent job with sharpness, but the Pixel 7 Pro was actually washed out. It could not handle the bug light yellow versus the Samsung, which handled it perfectly. And the Samsung, maybe not as sharp as I would like it to be, did a better job with color representation versus the washed out Pixel 7 Pro. and having on the Pixel a sharper image. Keep saying that. So for night shot, I'd probably give this to Samsung, if only for the color. This was a moving object. Samsung actually did a pretty good job with this one. This baby Grogu was moving around. This is the Samsung shot, warmer versus a cooler Pixel. And in each instance, it was just toddling around. So if anything, in each instance, it was just toddling around. So the ball on the top of its head was moving. Not too much motion blur in each one of them. This was actually a pleasant surprise. I knew the Pixel would nail it, but I was surprised that the Samsung camera did as well as it did, and it did well. And is a little brighter, brought out a little more of the details in the, of the. Oops, dang it! Come on. Indoors, my knees. There's the Samsung versus the Pixel. Warmer Samsung, cooler Pixel. Don't really know if I have too much of a preference, but with a lot of these night shots, if you start pixel peeping, I feel Samsung tends to overprocess, especially when there's a contrast. This one wasn't too bad. I feel HDR triggered pretty well. This is the warmer Samsung shot versus a cooler Pixel. Again, peeping. I feel the Pixel does a better job with not overprocessing a lot of those details when you zoom in. Good job with the HDR. Retaining a lot of details. But again, it comes down to a matter of taste. Both good. That's the thing you're gonna discover over and over again. They're both really good cameras. It's a hard decision to make. Another portrait mode indoors between the Samsung shot, which is a wider angle, versus a punched-in Pixel with kind of an over-sharpened Jedi. Color is a bit warmer. Again, the browns tend to be a bit more red on the Samsung cameras versus the Pixel. It's a matter of taste. But I don't like over-sharpening, so... I also don't like the gimmickry of portrait mode. This is more like, well, let's just see how it works. Then we have a night shot, or night mode, dark mode. There's the Pixel versus the Samsung. Pixel is definitely more contrasty. Samsung's a bit more red. So I between the two, I feel that Jedi was better illuminated by the Samsung, which is important, especially when you're talking about getting as much light as you can on the night shots. It's all a matter of taste. And hopefully, you got something from seeing these comparisons. Maybe it will help you make your decision. I'm just doing this if only for my own sanity and my own sake, like to know whether or not my choice it stands up to the competition and where it falls short. That's the thing, is there's no camera out there today that just rules the roost and that beats everything. It just doesn't exist. It absolutely does not exist. Between the Pixel camera and the Samsung camera, it'd be very difficult. It'd be extremely difficult to choose. Extremely. And that's a matter of, it comes down to what other features might come, with that device. Because honestly, I'm not going to say they're dead even. They each have benefits and drawbacks, each one of them. So yeah, I don't have a choice. I mean, I do have a choice. I have both of the devices, but if you were to ask me which one I would choose, I'd be hard pressed to tell you what my answer would be, because I don't know. They're both really good cameras. Oops, I closed that too early. My bad. Oh, thank you for the posture check. You like the Samsung? Oh, nice. Oh, Vey Victus, thank you for posting the question in Cantina. Saw something in Thingiverse, want to print, get a 3D printer. How can I tell what size printer I need to make it? Vey Victus, can you drop the link here? People would tell you. If someone didn't already answer. If not here, then certainly on... we have a tech support forum on Discord as well. So hopefully you got something from that. Hopefully everyone, I don't know what... I mean, I did my best. Screwed a few things up, so I'm going to have to go back and post and edit things. It's Warhammer 40 Bolter for cosplay. Well, then you're going to want something bigger. Cosplay? I'm still in a circle? Oh, my bad. Well, why not? You know what? I'm going to stay in a circle. Screw it. I'll be in a circle. Why not? Here. There we go. I'm in a circle now. It's like the Brady Bunch. No, the Brady Bunch was squares, weren't they? It's a story of a lovely lady who's bringing up three very lovely girls. I haven't watched that show in ages. Circle gets the square. Big General. Thank you for resubscribing to MakerDeck earlier today, by the way. Figured that, but it shows that you print it in parts and put together. Vevictus, here's the thing. You can always go back. I mean, you can't print large objects on a smaller printer. So get as much build volume as you can. That's the way I'd lean into it. Don't have to shell out 2K. Oh my God, don't. No, my God, no. Like if anything, what is it, a Mark 3S Plus? Isn't that like 1,000? It ain't 2, that's for sure. Even a Bamboo is right around 1,000. No? You can scale something down, but it depends on what you're cosplaying, right? Like 1,000. I can't imagine. I think a Mark 3S would service most of your cosplaying needs, and that is definitely not 2,000. That is absolutely not 2,000. Was printed on a MakerBot. I can't find my MakerBot coin that I got from Bree. I don't know where it is. An ad just came on. Oh no! Ah. Sorry, Vevictus. Sorry about that. Well, he's asking. He said he asked the question on Discord. So let's see here. He's on Discord. Clearly, he's on Discord. He posted in Cantina. See, he'd be better off posting. There we go. First time writer. Just saw this link. Yes. Saw something on Thingiverse. Want to print? Or I get a 3D printer. Might want to ask in tech support. There we go. Okay, so I got to Vevictus. Had to do a fresh install. Started to go with 11. So far, so good. Oh, yeah. Shannon Ronan did a whole Iron Man suit on an Ender 3. Well, there you go. And she did it on an Ender. Hats off. Mark 3, if you want to do ABS, the Bamboo would be a good option. I don't think I'm going to do ABS ever. I could be wrong. Never say never. Yeah, Windows 11 is it's off to a good start. It's just not far enough along for me yet to be a daily driver. I can use it. It's usable, clearly. I'm using it now to stream out on Twitch. But like it's the finer details. And I admit I'm a little nervous about Ventura, macOS Ventura, especially with the reboot of System Preferences. I'm very nervous. Because I've had issues with System Preferences, and they may have changed things for the worst in System Preferences, and I have to get in there frequently to fiddle with display problems, unless they fixed the display problem that I've been having. So I am more than a little nervous about Ventura coming down the pike. Very nervous. Really, I'll still upgrade. I will upgrade, but I'm extremely anxious. Extremely, especially being someone who uses external screens. And it's been a problem where basically the screens that I have adaptive refresh rates, and macOS does not detect them. It detects them, but it never has a set it and forget it setting. Like, this is the setting I want. Like, macOS forgets it all the time. And I have to keep System Preferences open to basically make sure that it's not going to toggle, because otherwise my external monitors are just fudged. Absolutely fudged. But, I mean, these are the monitors I have, at least for now. At some point, if and when I need a new screen, it would probably just be I would probably just go with a single monitor next time. And hopefully one that wouldn't be as problematic. They are high refresh screens, though, at 144 hertz. But that has me nervous about macOS Ventura. Hey, look at that. I'm done. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Honey, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me... Wait, darling, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. I'll be left alone. So call me and tell me I'm your own. Jesse PLA, PS Red. Done. You have a 27-inch 1440 34 RG 40. Oh, you're ultra wide. Yeah. It wasn't for gaming. It just run Ubuntu. Call it a day. See, I couldn't do Ubuntu. I don't think. Love your LG 1440. 165. Nice. Why do I know that? Because it was an old cartoon, like the Bugs Bunny, the frog. I should try an ultra. People love ultra wides. I had an ultra wide once. It was almost too wide. I would do it again. I think the next time I probably would do an ultra wide versus 2 screens, because ultimately, like, whoa, 200? I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. Samsung 34. See, these are curved. The ones that I have are curved. My problem is that they're not my screens. They are Mac compatible. They work with the Mac on USB-C as well as DisplayPort, but there are issues. Like macOS has issues specifically with the adaptive rate. And when I changed the adaptive rate on the monitor, you can't turn off the that setting on the adaptive sync. I think is the AMD brand. You can't turn it off, but you can turn on Pro or turn it off. But this is what I learned. If I had Pro off, I can push 144. With Pro on, it only tops out at 100. So I turned Pro off. I'm like, I'm going 144. I'm definitely going 144. So the next time I do it, and this was a part of what I was doing a few years ago, but the next time I have a chance, then I'm definitely going as high a resolution as I can, single monitor, as high refresh trumps high resolution every time for me. I would go with a 4K. I would go with like a 4K display. I think would make me a lot happier. Because I mean, I had the second monitor. I mean, I've got it, and I use it sometimes. But ultimately, what I've learned is when I have a second monitor like that, I never use the second screen, or rarely do. What makes it nice to have a second screen is that I can connect Windows to it and use Windows side by side. But honestly, it's an edge case in terms of what it is that I'm being able to take advantage of. The one you have is Thunderbolt 100. Oh, nice. Anything over 100, I'm happy with. A 120 or higher, for sure. And 144, yes, please. Sign me up. Oh, I'm going to want to clean that tonight. And some glue stick. I had some adhesion issues on MakerDeck the other day. So I'm pretty much done with this. I'm not going to tempt fate. Pretty sure this is done. This is like, you don't want it to go on too far. What is the pom-pom girl doing here? She's spinning yarn? Spinning wheel. Make pretty pom-poms. What the heck? I've never seen this before, but this is funny. That would be an interesting raid. Hang on. Ooh. Pull that out. Pardon me while I whip this out. Laptop had 165? Oh, nice. Like, once you go high refresh, you can't go back. Now after a Samsung Arc 4K. Ooh, that sounds expensive. Do I dare Google that? Do I dare? And then, like, oh my God, 3,500? Holy sh! I don't even think that would fit on my desk. Wow. 3500. 55-inch, curved, 4K, UHD, 165 hertz, 1 millisecond response time. HDR 10 plus. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does it have its own remote freaking control? Has a cockpit mode. You can rotate it. Oh my god. Oh, you can receive a $100 credit. Oh my god. Adaptive sync. Yeah, see, with any of this, I'd run into the same dang problem with adaptive sync with macOS. It just does not like it. So I feel like the next time I would definitely try to find a 4K screen that was better compatible with macOS, high refresh, and those just didn't exist. Those don't exist. Those haven't existed that I know of. These ended up being like the best deal for what I could get. Yeah, no, Windows handles adaptive refresh well. But the Mac, I'm telling you, my experience with the Mac is it does not handle adaptive refresh well at all. It constantly reverts. Constantly. I turn it off. I lock the refresh. And the next time I go to look, it says, nope, I'm adaptive again. I'm like, I don't want that, Mac. It won't let you set it. Other people have the same problems. Other people have run into the exact same issue. I've tried to mitigate it 13 ways. And it's a problem. It's a big problem. Because of the adaptive refresh rate. So I live with it. I'm like, I've figured out how to work around it. I mean, it's a pain in the ass to deal with, quite honestly. And I don't know if Apple's ever going to change anything because, it's not an Apple product, so what do they care? It works, but it's not without its share of problems because I can't lock the refresh rate, which drives me up the freaking wall. Oh, it just angers me. Like, really? Why can't I do that? So I'm worried. Ventura, for that reason and that reason alone, I am worried. We're going to raid a crafter. I like this. The pom-pom, she sounds like she'd be a fun raid here. We're going to say hello to someone new. Because I can't imagine she's not a, geeky nerdy in some way. Because she's spinning. Look at that. She's like doing yarn. Wool. That's wool? That's wool. Look at her setup. Is that like legit? Is she on... She's outside. She's outdoors. Have no idea anything about you. You recommended her here, so a big fan. So we'll try it. Do you know if you can? I've tried Otter's Danger Den. Other people have tried it. Locking and freezing. You just can't. The problem is I can't turn it off on the monitor. So macOS, when it pulls the monitor, doesn't recognize that I don't want it on. So it's constantly reverting. Constantly. Like when I have it and I'm using it, it doesn't necessarily... When I lock it, when I'm using it, it doesn't revert. But the moment the monitor gets turned off, or the moment the monitor goes to sleep, or whatever, anything like that, that's when it reverts. It drives me nuts. I'm glad I at least have a short-term fix for it. Like, I'm like, I've been dealing with it. My concern is that dealing with the problem is going to be worse in Ventura, or I won't be able to deal with the problem. So I don't know how well it's going to work because I'm not running the beta. I won't know until I have it. And then I may be crying. I may be like, I can't deal with this. I can't do this. Because if I can't lock the refresh rate in some way when I'm using it, it's maddening. I can't just turn on a monitor anymore. It just, because if the Mac doesn't detect it, it doesn't show up. And then I have to turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, I waste so much time. Apple's going to say it's a driver issue. Yeah, okay. I'm sure they're not wrong, but that is one of the reasons why the next time I get a screen, it would be a high refresh rate. I would like a higher refresh rate, 4K, Mac, absolutely Mac compatible. Like, it's got to have all those things. And I don't know if that's going to be the case because the problem is that you don't find a lot of high refresh rate monitors, external monitors for the Mac. You just don't. At least I haven't found them, within a budget range. I'm holding my monitor. Otter's Danger Den, you're probably not wrong. You are not far from the truth there. Absolutely Mac compatible is going to limit you. The 5K LG ones that Apple sells. I know. And that's all I'm like. I can't. I as much as I would love to justify that, I could not just. These were under. I think together they were 1,000, but like well under 5K. Oh my god. I couldn't do it. I could not, as much as I would love to, I could not justify that cost. I could not. As much time as I spend in front of the screen, could not justify that cost. Could not. Not anytime soon. So, we'll see. Ventura may have me upgrading my monitor. Big May. We're going to be rating the Pom Pom girl who makes pom-poms. Thank you, Big Fan, for the recommendation tonight. She's a crafter, so she falls right in line with MakerDeck. If she asks, what were we doing? Well, we're 3D printing. We were geeking out about this, that, and the other thing. Star Wars and stuff. I don't know, maybe she's a Star Wars fan. Maybe she's not. We don't know. Feel free to use the Maker D1 Raid emote or the Perillo Raid emote if you are subscribers. Hey, Mighty Bean. Yeah, the Apple tax. I know. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. I don't have HDR turned on though. That's for sure. I don't mess with that. It never looked right for me on either Windows or Mac. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the force be with you always. We're going to rate a very interesting The Pom Pom Girl. See y'all on MakerDeck in 3, 2, 1. Oops. I gotta get my next print started. All right, Pom Pom Girl. Can't hear her. Oh, she is doing yarn. I was right. It is go.